Welcome back in. Tickets are now on sale for a chance to win the 2024 St. Jude Dream Home being built here in Lexington. And recently I was able to travel to St. Jude and visit the campus where so many lives are saved daily. Tonight, as we prepare for another Dream Home giveaway, a look back at the mission of St. Jude and why it's so very important. For 62 years, this ever-growing campus in Memphis has been a place where life-saving work happens every single day. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital was a dream for legendary actor and entertainer Danny Thomas.
It's a glittering premiere at the Chicago Theater for Warner Brothers' I'll See You in My Dreams. A real dream has come true, for this benefit premiere launches a drive for a new hospital sponsored by the film star Danny Thomas.
Using his fame, he vowed to build a facility that would change the lives of thousands. He pledged $32,000, the first of $1 million he would raise to make St. Jude Children's Research Hospital a reality.
They said it couldn't be done. They said that it was a task which would break my heart. They said it was impossible.
In 1962, Thomas proved his critics wrong, and the doors to St. Jude opened, treating children with childhood cancer. Danny Thomas was a star. He knew everyone, but his mission was here at St. Jude. He believed that no child should die in the dawn of life, and that mission still rings true today here at St. Jude. And it's not just about treating children. It's about research and working to find a cure. In the 6 decades since opening, St. Jude has helped improve the survival rate of childhood cancer from 20% to 80%. And it's not just children in the U.S. Reynaldo was living in Puerto Rico when he was diagnosed as a teen with cancer. It was a commercial on television that helped him connect with St. Jude.
My cousin told my mom, hey, I just watched a TV commercial of St. Jude. And, they're saying that, they give treatment for free and they help kids talk to your oncologists in Puerto Rico.
Like all families, Reynaldo never received a bill from St. Jude. It is a continuing promise from Danny Thomas from the legacy he started in the Memphis-based hospital. And it's why support for St. Jude is so important. The hospital and the work it does is all thanks to donations. Reynaldo is one of those people alive thanks to someone else's kindness.
Donating and helping through all those donations can actually help save lives.
And that's what we're doing. We're trying to save more lives. If you would like to learn more about St. Jude, this year's house, or how you can buy your $100 ticket for a chance to win it, scan the QR code that you see right there on your screen, or you can look for the St. Jude tab inside our WKYT News app or on WKYT.com.